trigger with this. Detloff. Trigger here. Big point slam. Jurden's terrible for us here, but I don't think he could run it. Oh, okay. Alright, She Troll with Madoc. I gotta admit. And then this. This is pretty cool. I like it. We're gonna Deregre Evolve this turn, but I like it. If we Deregre Evolve... Hold on a second. He doesn't have them docks here. Doc doesn't have Zeal, right? Yeah, so we have time here to drop the Deregre. We do want to lock this. This is a really neat deck. Not gonna lie here. Probably is a Purify, if we're being honest. This with the Cataclysms. This is really neat. So we do the Arrakis Queen here. We're out of Toads, finally. Right? Yeah, we're out of Toads. Really handy to have those. We'll spread out our points a bit here. So let's do an 11. So yeah, we'll do a Consume on this. This. Today I thought it'd be really fun to play some Deathwish, because I haven't played Deathwish in a while, and I think Deathwish is pretty decent. I've seen a few people on the ladder playing it, and it made me want to play the deck, so here we go. Basically, you're going to run Overwhelming Hunger, naturally, and Urn of Shadows. Urn of Shadows is really for Brewers Ritual. This is one of the best openings you can have, just play Brewers Ritual, and then either Urn of Shadows or Overwhelming Hunger, whichever one you feel like. Usually you want to Urn of Shadows. If you Urn of Shadows, I don't know if you need to Overwhelming Hunger it, because you already got 2 thinnings. Gives you like 2 extra thinnings, but we'll see how we feel about that one. We've got the Haunt. This is really your long round type of thing. It sets up a lot of consumes. So one of the reasons that I think Deathwish is pretty good now is the cards down here. So we'll get to them in a second, but Siren having an extra consume on it with the order is really nice. And you can get a consume out off your Brewers Ritual, then consume the other card, stuff like that. Really nice to have more consumes. So I don't think we have to run quite as many as I used to. Like, there's no Bargus in here, no Solano Harpies. So I think we'll be fine with just this many consumes, which really helps the deck out if you don't need quite as many. Or if the consumes are also on Deathwish cards like the Siren. But I am running Jurden. I used to run Heatwave, but with Sove, that's not ideal. And with the most troublesome deck to deal with for these Deathwish decks is usually Renfree, Imprisonment, because they have so many locks. But at least Geralt gives you an answer to their Triss, so you can kind of deal with that. You can answer the Triss, the Nausicaa Sergeants, the Spotters with this in a long round. Otherwise, that matchup's really, really difficult. So that's the main reason I went with Jurden. Then we have the Detlef Higher Vampire and Arrakis Queen. Good old combo. Gives you an insane amount of points. You really want to have this go off in a game. And you really pretty much want to save the Arrakis Queen for this, unless there's a reason you really need to. The only reason I'd say that you probably wouldn't do this is if you really need Maruna on like Reavers or something. But I pretty much just want to do this combo here. We got the Whispering Hillock. This plays any Deathwish unit from your deck instead of what it used to do. And then also remember the Rat Swarm, where you fill the opponent's board with rats that couldn't play their cards deck. Yeah, well, this is probably a Brewers Ritual used to do that. Whispering Hillock was in that deck. So we have the Dual Lock, sorry. And yeah, this is pretty much here for the third Succubus, because we are running the Succubuses. They give you really good points. We don't have too many ongoing consume cards. Like, there's no Were-Rat. You could run Were-Rat, probably instead of either Rot Fiend or Manticore. You could swap these guys out. These are the flexible cards here. And Deregre, I guess, if you wanted to swap him too. But you could run a Were-Rat or a second Slizzard if you want to really take advantage of the Succubuses. But I think we'll be good with what we have. The Kayran for our finisher. Yeah, just consumes 3 units. Hopefully units that have Deathwish values. And you really want to have Last Say, so this doesn't get Ignited or Jurdened. But you can also just play it on a row where, I don't know, they only get up to like 18 points when he consumes. So Kayran's really nice for triggering those Death Wishes. He doesn't have to be Last Say either. Like, if you want to trigger your Death Wishes early, you can do that too. Then I'm running Manticore and Rot Fiend. Manticore is a questionable card here. Instead of Manticore, I guess you could run... You could try and fit in a Roach or a Knickers, maybe. They're good, but there's a lot of thinning already here. Mostly, I guess most of the things off Brewist, Ritual, and Whispering Hillock, but you have Thinning. Manticore I just really like as a way to punish people who are being greedy. This is especially good against, like I said, the most troublesome deck I have. For me in general, the most troublesome deck is Imprisonment Renfree, and when they open Spotter, you can kill it with a Manticore, which feels really good and gets you a nice tempo to like help out in that matchup in particular. Same kind of thing with Rotfiend. Against other decks that open with an engine, say they go like their first Reaver, or they play the guy who spawns a Reaver, you can Rotfiend and then hit it with Urn of Shadows, preferably, or Overwhelming Hunger if you really need to, or just play the Rotfiend and they have to respect that you could consume it. Rotfiend's I think is the weaker card here, but with 5 provisions, I wasn't sure what to include. It could be anything, I guess, but Cyclops isn't a bad shout either. Like, Cyclops is pretty cool. But I felt we'd go for the Rotfiend here. Maybe I'll swap this to a Cyclops later. We'll have to see how the Rotfiend feels. I like Cyclops, but we'll see. Then with these Succubus here, yeah, I mentioned this. We got another one from the lake. Keeps recurring. Once you're at Adrenaline 4, and you keep consuming it for extra points. Really nice. And Siren's really a big card here. This card recently got changed from boosting a beast by 3 to having this effect, whereas Order Consume an allied unit and Deathwish to boost adjacent units by 2. It's really nice this has Deathwish and Order Consume. Because they kill it, you get the value from the Deathwish. If they lock, it's probably the most annoying thing. But otherwise, you can just use this to consume stuff. It's worth mentioning you could run a Peller in here, or other Purify cards. For mostly just for these Order Consume cards. Because you're playing a Deathwish card, you're usually consuming it in the same turn. Because you've got Order Consume, or you've got like a Toad in your graveyard or something, or a Slizzard out. So really normally be unlocking stuff like maybe your Arrakis Queen if you don't have leader charges, your Detlaf. Maybe the one you spawned off of Arrakis Queen got locked. So you could run that. I considered running Aguara instead of the Imperial Manticore Rotfiend. I considered making a 4 provision card and an Aguara, just because Aguara has that unlock option. But I figured for now I would go with the Dregaria Volt. I really like Aguara, but at 8 provisions, it's a little bit expensive, but we'll see. It might be worth running. If you cut the Rotfiend and Manticore, you put that in our 6 provision card, or 2 5s. Up to you how you do that. And then we have the, like I mentioned, the Toads. These are really nice. Remember now that they trigger if you're on the range row, so keep that in mind. Hopefully we don't forget. Then for the 4 provision, there's like value cards. We have Foglet. It's good value with the Deathwish. So is Bridge Troll. Really nice that they changed this from highest to lowest. And we've got Drago Warrior for consumes, Slizzard for consumes, and the 1 Drowner. These 4 provision cards can be whatever. You can run 2 Slizzards, 2 Warriors. I like Drowner. I just think Drowner's a cool card. The movement comes in handy a lot more often than you'd realize, especially with Yrden, because you just move something to a row and then Yrden it. You could do that with Igni too. But this is the deck. Hopefully it works out pretty well. We'll want to test out this Manticore and Rotfiend version here, but we'll see how this does. Most of this is pretty standard for Deathwish decks, but we'll see if we can't make it work. Going up against Imposter's interesting. I'm not entirely sure which Imposter deck this is. The card we most want to see here is our Brewer's Ritual, and we don't have her. I guess this deck we probably don't want the Drowner. Haunt's a contender if we want to really secure the round, but I like holding on to it. We like to set up Succubus. Slizzard's fine. The rest of these are fine. Like, this is a fine hand. The problem is we don't have our Brewist, so we do want to redraw a little bit. Okay, we have a lot of really good cards here. Got this combo. Guess we keep this. We might have to haunt this round. We'll see what he wants to open. Let's play Slizzard first, and we'll see what he wants to do. If he's going to pressure us, we might have to haunt, just to make sure we win the round. So I'd really rather not do, if we're being honest. If he's playing like the Tactics deck, there's a Tactics deck that uses a lot of, well, the Tactics cards than Imposter. Looks like this might be what he's playing. Opening Haunt's kind of a, it's a play. Then we lose it to Bleed round 2. We don't have many Deathwish cards for the Haunt, so if we're gonna play it, we're gonna have to early, nowish. We got this as a Deathwish, we don't mind losing. This is Deathwish, we don't mind losing. We want to keep this and this. So I guess this would be the turn we either play Haunt or Toad. We have to play Haunt. don't really want to play Haunt. We just drew into our combo cards. We don't want to have any other options really. So yeah, this is the tactic deck. Which means it shouldn't have too much like raw point slam value. So we should be fine for this round. Alright, we'll go with the Foglet here. Fog will be nice because it can kill that Nekarat. Really would rather not. I guess we can earn our shadows. Something else. I'd rather earn of shadows this, honestly. I think we just consume this to deny the bleeding value. Unless it's earn of shadows on this. Deny the bleeding. We don't need this lizard. We don't need its consumes. So we'll just give her that 2 bleeding. Well, he denied the frost there, or the fog rather. Play our Succubus. We're gonna lose dominance pretty soon. We don't have too many consume orders. We don't have a second Succubus, so this won't trigger. I'd rather just not have it in the graveyard to get squirreled, so I guess we'll consume here. See if he passes. I feel like he might. He's played 2 4 provision tactics and thinned his deck. It's like an Ivar or something, that'd be pretty bad. Thing is, we have like good setup here, but I don't want to use these combos here. Really rather have bronzes. Could play Toad, but it's not amazing, obviously. We'll consume this Foglet here once this fog runs out. There's a poison. Now, the question is, do we consume? If we consume, we get really, really tall. Like, we go consume, consume, get really tall. We could also drop our Kayran here. That would mean he can't poison our tall cards. He's not going to double poison us, so we could consume here, and then if he poisons this, we can Kayran. I like that idea, so we'll do that. Consume this. We guess we can consume it with the Toad. That'd be smarter. Yeah, we'll consume this with the Toad in this row still, so we can get Irrigant or something. And if he poisons us again, we can play the Kayran and then protect all of our points in an immune card. He'll trigger our Foglet again, now that he has no fog out. He's really going to need a poison to go off here. Or maybe an Ivar Evil Eye. But if he has that, I'm suspecting he'll wait another turn until he's a little bit lower, then the Kayran will protect that too. Okay, he's doing something. That's for sure. I'm actually running Vanamar combo. Not bad. That was his leader. It's not a Ren-free deck, so that's a big commitment for him to use his leader like that. But we did lose our Haunt. I get a couple points by consuming here, but I think we'll just pass. We'll let him win on even. We have a lot of short round value and long round value left. We have a lot of good cards, basically. And the Vanamar's gone. If we'd Kayran to last turn, it would have been really good, but that's okay. I don't know how much Mana Core is going to do here. So he's really deal with spotters and stuff. His hand's just all golds, which is really, for being honest, not what we want to look at. I don't think the Regare is going to do much here. Again, maybe against Spotter. This could deal with Spotter. 2. Hillock gets us anything, though. We can put this back, and then if we need it, get it off of the Hillock. Would like another Succubus, if we're being honest. We got one from the lake, I guess. Go with this. This is Brewis as well, but I don't think we're going to need the Manticore. Ah, are we playing, what's it called here? Vatier? That'd be pretty interesting. That would be pretty interesting indeed. So this is going to make us a Succubus. Do we want to do that now? I think we do.
It's not that I'm always trying. It's you who's always sexy.
He's going to go with the Vatier. That means he does this round. Pretty hard. Okay, so he's going to reset leader. He's going to go for the Damien. Okay, that's fine. That is pretty fine. Questions, how much do we want to come here? I think we play Brewis Ritual. And then I think we Brewis Ritual. And we use a leader charge on... Well, we don't have to use a leader charge on her because we did the range throw. And that should put us up. He did play his... what's his name? I forget. His Yonkal Weight here. So these are all gold cards in his hand. Like, he has a really good hand here. So he might pressure. Okay, it's going to be really poison heavy. Kayran's going to be really handy for this then. We'd like to get out the Order to Consume, so we have that available.
You wouldn't want to hurt.
So we can consume the Deathwish cards. We need one more for the Adrenaline on the Succubus. Hopefully we can hide a bunch of points in our Kayran. If he's running the Avaloq Sage, I'm not sure he has space for a Geralt. Because an Igni or Yurden, the Kayran gets really, really exploited, but we'll see. You might just hide a bunch of points in our Kayran pretty soon. If we can save like Detlaf double leader round 3, or Detlaf Arrakis Queen leader, that'd be really good. But I don't think we're going to save all of them. If he plays, we're holding on to this Deregri in case he plays Morale, because we want to make sure we can lock that card. He still has this, like he has Imposter still. He might go for it. Destroy the Toad. What I think we do here is I think we consume the Siren. Then we just go... This is Adrenaline what? Adrenaline 4. I think we consume with the Siren. Then we go Kayran. And just put everything inside immunity points. We'll do that. So we'll go consume. Let's go Kayran. And then hopefully he doesn't have a Geralt. I think with this, like with the Avaloq and Damien, Ball and Vincent, he can't have a Geralt in his deck. But if he does, we're in a lot of trouble. Well, this way he shouldn't get much value from the poisons. I don't think he has a Geralt, but you never know. Avaloq's what, like 10, right? Yeah. Feels like with Vanamar and Vincent, he's relying on what are they called? Non-Geralt punishes. Question answer here, what cards do we want to use? This is poisoned. I think we might go for the Arrakis Queen here. It doesn't combo the Detlaf, but I think I'm going to save Detlaf for round 3. So I think the Arrakis Queen. Consume. He might have another lock. I think he played the other one already, didn't he? No, he didn't. So we'll go Arrakis Queen. Go Arrakis Queen, consume the Succubus. The tallest card in our deck is Maruna. I think we'll get a drones here. I think we'll use 1 leader charge to trigger the Arrakis Queen. Give us another Succubus. That should be sufficient. We should be able to pass now. I'm not sure how much value Yurden's going to get, honestly. I mean, maybe if he goes hard with Imposter, we can do it, because he's going to boost. We get one of those back, that's fine. Okay, here's the question. Do we think he can win from here? I don't really think he can win, but we're going to drop a Gregory of Vol. So I don't know what we're going to do with it round 3. Watch out for Stefan Skellen still.
It's you who's always sexy.
If he plays a card, we might try and just hero pass. I don't think he has the value. And I think we still have one more Succubus. Yeah, we still have one more. But this one won't summon out, because we need 2 for it to summon out. Okay, he's going for it. Yurden doesn't do great here. We do have our Detlef, which we're trying to hold on to. It's going to be Letho Kingslayer. He's going to try and reset his leader. It's going to be a Blight Maker.
Defeat them with hunger, crush them with thirst.
Took a point on the drone. I think we play Yurden. Yurden's not going to get a ton of value.
Let's get this over.
And here we get to reset 3, 6, boost by 2. This is probably the best it's going to be. We're outside of Yurden range. So we come out of this pretty okay, actually. We got a leader for our Detlef. It's not ideal, but we can hopefully get a consume card here. Hopefully our other, maybe not Toad, but like something with a consume. We'll see. Maruna's good. We put that on top of our deck. This Manticore could be nice. I don't want this. We don't have enough consumes. We have Deathwishes, but no consumes. That is a good card to draw here. Probably the best card, actually. And we'll keep this. So would we rather go Manticore or Maruna? If we go Maruna, we might get him to play something higher than a 4. So I think we'll do that. Because then it'll play into the Manticore, right? Because he plays like a big card to not get stolen here. We go Manticore Punish. We don't quite have enough. Like, we really want to have the Manticore and Maruna consumed by this Indraga Warrior, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Okay, so that's not ideal. We'll take it, though, I guess. I guess this Frost is going to do value over time. I guess we play Manticore here. Manticore and Maruna aren't going to do too much. At least we'll consume them with the Indraga Warrior if he plays another unit. And then we'll finish with this Detlef. He really shouldn't have many provisions left. After that last round, he went down to 1 card. I think that last card was Menno. Oh, I guess it's this guy. So I guess we go with the Indraga Warrior. I think it should trigger the Maruna first to seize this, and then this should kill this. And that should spawn a drone. And that's really good there. Just dealt with all this stuff. I don't think he has tempo. Our last play's a 15. I don't think he can deal with it. Pretty sure Menno is his last gold card.
We all make sacrifices. The Empire, our cause.
We can either... It doesn't matter. I was gonna say, we can either use our leader on this series who doesn't get it, or use it on Detlef. I think we should use it on Detlef. Let me a GG here. Call of Harmony. Haven't seen that in a while. Other one I play occasionally because I really like it. Goes really well with the waters. So he's definitely running waters. I'm not sure how close this will be to my deck that he's running, but we'll try and figure this out. We'll do Succubus. It's nice. We have got our Brewis Ritual. We are going second. I always check the board, even though you can tell by how many redraws you have. I don't know why. Is Drowner good versus this? It's okay. Probably put it back. That left's nice. We do want this. 2 Bridge Trolls is probably fine, honestly. Although we do need some of our Deathwish cards in our deck for our Brewis. Put this one back, I guess. Now, we do have Maruna to punish a Saskia commander. If he does, if the thing he pulls out of his deck's like Antharian or something. So we'll see if that's what he goes for. Of course, the way they play around that, well, you can't really play around it. You just have to get the card out of your Saskia commander a little higher. So it's Handbuff. Really, we could go for a Manticore play here. Go Hillock into Manticore, kill this. It's huge tempo. I'm really tempted to, just because we lose a leader charge, but it puts on so much pressure that I don't think I can really resist doing it. It just puts on an insane amount of pressure, which is what you want against Handbuff. Yeah, see, it's just a GG. The Manticore coming in. This is why we run Manticore. Deathwish mirror match. This is a weird one. This is just gonna be we really need our Maruna, I think, to see some good stuff here. We get the Urn of Shadows, which is a big deal in the matchup. It's not much if I played a ton, if we're gonna be honest here. But Yrden's gonna be insane. Let's see. So we'd really like to set this up. Slizzard's pretty good here. What are we gonna use the Urn on? How do I feel about Rot Fiend? It's probably bad. If it's bad, we should use it early. So we can kill off maybe a consumed card with it. Then again, we can also just not use it, which is probably the smarter. 2 Succubuses is nice. We'd like our Brewis, though. Didn't get it. It's fine. We'll open with the Slizzard, like I said. Maybe we should have kept Rot Fiend. Urn of Shadows is nice with the Rot Fiend. But like he'll just open with a Deathwish card. Potentially just opens with Slizzard, in which case it would have been really nice. Alright, I'm confused. Why is there Wild Hunt Bruiser? I guess this is the movement alternative to the Drowner that we're running, so I guess that makes sense. What do we want to play? I guess we play a Succubus.
I'm just a sexy little
I think we're going to trigger the Deathwish on our Sirens. We want 2 units to do that with. Why are we playing Deathwish Wild Hunt? I guess Deathwish gets you kind of tall.
Come to me.
Just consume there. We get kind of tall. You might be playing a bunch of dominant stuff, so if we get like 12 here, we should be good. It's a cave troll. Okay, something's going on here. We can Maruna Seize the Hound. That should be really good value. I think we'll do that. Lose our Maruna. But if he's playing Wild Hunt, there's not that much we're going to seize. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured would be coming. Kind of what I figured. No Manticore, which was to be a 50-50. He's just going for the combo with the Queen on Incantation. It's pretty annoying if we're honest. Won't consume this yet because we don't want it getting doomed. It's Madoc as well. Interesting deck if we're being honest here. I think we want to go for the Toad. Let's move some of these points melee in case of like a Yrden. Should get our card back here. Oops, I meant to consume with the Slizzard, but we didn't. There's the Arrakis Queen. I was going for multiple Madocs instead. I thought we'd be going for a whole bunch of these. But Madocs also makes sense. We'll play this. Consume this. We'll play this and make another Succubus. We're getting really into the territory I would like to pass just because of the danger of a Yurden or something. Or some kind of Geralt. But the thing is that he's got a lot of provisions in setting this combo up, so I don't know if he can run it. Abaya. I mean, these Madocs do give value. They're not the most insane value. Oh, what's this? This resets from, this does what? -9 on this, but this has much more potential later on. I think we'll just leave it here. We're worried about playing it to his own removal or something. He does have bombs, but like, Banish Bomb would be the annoying one, but it doesn't have it. That's nice. Quad Madoc. Yeah, we were right to pass there. We weren't going to get enough value to really keep up. A lot of his removal is going to be in bombs. We should be okay. How to feel... Again, Drowner's not going to do anything here. Haunt's a good card. We really haven't used that many provisions yet. But the one Toad, so if we play something ranged, it'll trigger. This is fine. He might bleed us because he's got the Madocs. No, that's fine. If he's not going to bleed us, I think we just set up another Toad. We just do this. And we set up a Toad. We've got Haunt, Detlef, Arrakis Queen. He does have his removal of his bombs and stuff, but he's used a lot of provisions. It takes, what, 10, 20, 29. Use this too, and this. Use like 60 provisions, or 70 provisions setting that combo up. What do we want out of our deck? We want Brewis. Definitely want Brewis. Deregery might be good. But it's probably just like okay. Bridge Troll, like the 4 Persian ones die to bombs, which means they're not my favorites here. But honestly, the only thing we really want is the Brewis. Didn't get her. Do we think he's playing Heatwave? I kind of do. But we open with Haunt anyway. If he's playing Heatwave, it means he really doesn't have a Geralt. There's a lot of provisions, though. He's going to Maruna us. He is not going to Maruna us. That is very weird. I think this is a good time to play Manticore. We can just destroy this to deny its value. And we won't have a 4 anymore. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kill that off. Probably should have played that ranged if we're on, or melee if we're honest. We definitely have dominance now. Comes the Madocs. Is Rotfiend gonna get better than this? Probably not. Let's get a bunch of these drones out. Should be helpful. We'll consume here. Then consume here. Put our Siren next. Drop the Siren down.
You wouldn't want to hurt us, would you?
You get to play Ancient Foglet, which is kind of weird, but I guess he'd be playing some Wild Hunt cards. It makes sense. At least we get the Deathwish. We don't have Kayran. We actually just don't have a lot of consumes. So we have what, one? We've got 3 consumes. We want to do this Deathwish, this Deathwish. than this Deathwish. Interesting. So we want to do this, trigger it once, consume with Arrakis Queen, then consume with Leader on the Arrakis Queen. Then we'll have 2 Deathlops we can't trigger. Just unfortunate. I think we do it though. Let's trigger with this. Deathloff. Trigger here. Big point slam. Yurden's terrible for us here, but I don't think he could run it. Oh, okay. Alright, she troll with Madoc. I gotta admit. And then this. This is pretty cool. I like it. We're gonna Deregre Evolve this turn, but I like it. If we Deregre Evolve... Hold on a second. He doesn't have them docs here. Doc doesn't have Zeal, right? Yeah, so we have time here to drop the Deregre. We do want to lock this. This is a really neat deck. Not gonna lie here. Probably is a Purify, if we're being honest. This with the Cataclysms. This is really neat. So we do the Arrakis Queen here. We're out of Toads, finally. Right? Yeah, we're out of Toads. Really handy to have those. We'll spread out our points a bit here. So let's do an 11. So yeah, we'll do a consume on this. This. Couldn't get to make use of our Succubuses, sadly. But I think we just have enough tempo here. Are these are both base power 4, right? I know you're a 4. Are you a 4 also? Okay, so we go for a Yurden. We do a reset on this row. His last card's probably Dettlaff. Don't think it's enough if it is. If it's a Yurden, I also think that's enough. It's gonna be a big hit if it's a Yurden, though. He has that double consumes. He can also just double consume. Okay, he is running Igni. He was running a Geralt card. Huh. Kind of weird. Interesting deck. Was not expecting the Geralt. Reckless Flurry. So this is probably the standard Skellige deck. The random damage from the Coral, which is usually the best openers, just go Coral into that. We can mitigate that by playing a Deathwish card, which is nice. We have 2 Toads. Deregre, it's okay. I don't think we have really good targets for it. Do have our Brewis, which is nice. We're going second. That's a little less nice. We'll make sure we play our 3rd Succubus in a different round. Go put the Troll back. Ooh, Rotfane's interesting. Put that back too, though. Probably just go Brewis Leader.
I fish breath. How dare you, foul swine? Come to me.
Get some Deathwish cards out here. There's the Coral. He's gonna go for full tempo here. He's gonna get a lot of it. Triggers our Deathwish for us. Won't complain. Coral's probably the best card in his deck to Deregre. Just the thing is, if he doesn't have burn on its hand, it doesn't really accomplish anything. I think it's... we could also just play Toad. Play Siren. Let's just play our Siren. We've got the Toad still. Consume this. Then we play the Toad and consume this. Let's get bronze value. We do have 2 sirens. Or, not sirens. We could get 2 succubuses. It's gonna block the melee arrow, so we can't possibly get the, No, he's not gonna, because that'd be dumb. We're down by 12. The thing is, we don't have a great consume card, so I think we'll pass here. All we do is play bronzes, and then thin our deck with ritual. Got a Toad in our graveyard. It's not a terrible setup. He has not Soved yet. But I'd be careful about when we want to use our Yrden. I would really like to have our... Yeah, there he is, Manticore. Because if he ever opens with Sove, we just Manticore kill it. And that's pretty good. Toad, Deathwish, Deathwish. I'll put this back. Put this back. There's our debt left. That's nice to see. So we have Yrden for Sove once, and we have hopefully Manticore for another time. But I don't think we'll be able to get that Manticore off. So yeah, he's going to open with something else first. What do we want to play? I honestly want him to trigger this order, so we can then seize with Maruna, and then maybe get him with Manticore, but I find that unlikely. Manticore's not terrible here either. Like, we could just Manticore this. Just play our Rot Fiend melee. Make sure we don't trigger that Toad yet. He's probably gonna go for his order. And kill the wolf. We just gonna kill it like this. Yeah, not looking great here on the Maruna. Not looking great. Or on Manticore, which is their weaknesses. Could Toad consume. Do have a Arrakis Queen. If he plays other card, we might just go Haunt. So I think we'll play a Toad here. That just gives him a lot of value. That's not too much value, right? He loses 1 point, we take 2 damage. It's not bad, because we don't have any other units in the row. It is bad if he doesn't click it, though, because it makes our Maruna and our Manticore worse, but I think we're going to have to play Haunt. Or he might just pass, we'll see. If he just passes, I think we set up a Succubus. Preferably with the lock, because it'll give us one of these two. We do want to draw one of these two, so I think we do play the lock here. We don't need to, but this sets up a Succubus in our graveyard, and it gives us carryover. It's not a great carryover because we can't draw the card from this, but having the Succubus in the graveyard is a good start. This gives a couple extra points. He has not played Sove or anything yet, by the way. He's very light on his provisions, just as we are. Neither of us have really played anything good yet. Let's see here. What do we want? We want Arrakis Queen. We can get it with this. We would like, actually, I think that we do want this lizard. We want to live. But he's going to have his Erendite, so that's not going to happen. I really like the Intriga then. We want to draw our Yrden too. I'll put this back. We do want Yrden. For sure. Got him. Just for Sove. This is a really... Look, it's like we played Jan Kelway. Look at our hand. It's just so gold heavy. It's kind of hilarious, honestly. Let's open with the Haunt. So there goes one of our succubuses. We'll have to use the Whispering Hillock to get another one, which is fine with me. We can do that. So we'll play one, then we'll have a second. I mean, this is probably the best Marina target we're going to get, so I think we'll take it.
Such a shame. I must kill you.
Just take it. We don't need to hit Sove with Manticore, but if we do hit Sove with Manticore, it'd be really nice. Let's hit something with Manticore. And we keep in mind, we do have 2 Toads in our graveyard still. So he's setting up for that Sove. He's gonna try and kill our Banshee. I think he's still gonna kill it. I mean, that's not terrible. This is a 2, which is kind of annoying. We don't have a way to kill this, so our Manticore can hit whatever else he plays. I might just throw away our Manticore here then. I think we will. It's not going to end up getting any value this game. Trigger that one, then we'll trigger this one. We should be safe from any Geralts, though, which means that the Detlef Arrakis Queen combo should give us insane points. Yeah, he's trying to protect from that. It was smart. So now we play a Succubus. We've got one in our deck. We do have a Kayran still. Excuse me. Here we'll play this, I think. We'll play this. Then we'll go Whispering Hillock, Detlef, and then Kayran. Hopefully. Still have no damaged units, by the way. So he's gonna have to Erendite instead of Junod. We got Coral. Still has Magic Compass, which is scary. But hopefully he can store a bunch of points in our Kayran. I don't know what he just drew, but he must not like it. GG. Going up against Patricidal Fury. That's interesting. We're going first, so we just want to see our Brewis. Don't see a Brewis, which is annoying. Drowner, probably put him back. Got 2 Succubuses and the Lake, so we got that full combo set up. Toad's nice to have, but we don't really have any Deathwish cards. This is really nice to have. I guess we can play Succubuses for the Haunt. We don't need to trigger them. We're going to find our Brewis if we can. Hillock gets us the Brewis, so that's nice. Go like that. Fierce Ritual. And this should give us a nice start to the round here.
You wouldn't want to hurt us.
Sirens are really nice cards to get out with it, too. Ooh, ooh, okay. So we want to kill that. We do have Imperial Manticore. This looks like a really good Imperial Manticore value. So we're going to play that. Do we want to use this first? Or we'll just do this. Got like Bridge Trolls and Soglets and stuff. And we'll play the Manticore, consume the Manticore, and that should essentially just give us round 1. That should just give us round 1. We're up by 26.
What? This? Scratch.
Now we can play our Slizzard very comfortably. He's going to kill it, but it's worth playing it. I mean, he like has to kill it. So RNG kill it? Did not RNG kill it. So we'll just consume this troll. And we'll drop a Succubus
Relax.
for some setup. There's the Sove. So he might even champion charge. That'd be pretty cool. So here we'll drop our Succubus. Let's go for our consume.
You're not done it.
Just keep getting bronze value more or less. We have a Kayran still if he has a big swing card. Alright, what's he gonna get out here? He's gonna leader this or not? If he doesn't leader, we just consume it. Do I really want to Kayran consume this? I don't. But it's funny. I mean, we could just leader charge it. This has Deathwish though, so we're just triggering it for him at that point. I mean, we could trigger it for him. It'd be funny, but it'd be bad. I think we might want to play this. I think we will. We're out the adrenaline, so it's not bad.
I'm just a sexy little cog in that fucked up machine.
Oh, did we miscount? Adrenaline 4. But why does this have doomed? Okay, I'm confused. Adrenaline means the specified number or fewer cards in your hand. 4 cards. Am I dumb? I might be dumb. We're up by 27. The only way we lose this is if he's playing Yurden or something and he goes for it here. I think we pass then. He kills that. It's not enough. I thought that was the only way we would lose that without him leadering. Getting rid of the leader is really good. I'm confused about this Succubus still. Number or fewer, whatever. Someone will tell me in the comments why I'm dumb. Anyway, so we have a really nice hand, although he did win that round, but he went down leader to do it. And he played this, so it's not a run-free deck. Which means we're good. I really like our spot then. Bridge Troll's not bad. I think we'll put back the Bridge Troll though. I think I prefer Rot Fiend. And we can go with this hand. I want at least 1 bronze to trigger Haunt if we need to play it.
Who's next? Any of you's got the courage?
Interesting. He's pressuring. I think we'll just drop Haunt here. If he heat waves it, that's pretty bad. But we still have setup for other stuff. I mean, we'll still have like a Banshee out and whatever.
You shall never find peace.
Can Maruna to seize. probably our best chance to see something. Now, if we play at range, we should trigger a toad. We don't have one. Okay. Cool. So we'll play this range then. Play this guy ranged. And we'll consume this just to take less rain damage. It's fine. Rot Fiend could be good here. Getting a little tall on our dude here. But he can't Magic Compass for a Morkvar Heart of Terror, so he'd have to be running it. Not sure he is. There's the War Clans. Yeah, his Ulula, I cannot pronounce her name, is doing good work. Triggers Deathwish for us. It's handy. We weren't going to do it. So here we will definitely go for our lock. And we'll get a Succubus.
I don't have a dirty mind. Just one hell of an imagination.
We just consume that next turn. Pretty nice. Start getting those coming back. That's fine. We do want to trigger this. Guess we could have positioned her over here. I guess we couldn't because she came off of this. Just consume. Got a drone. Succubus comes back.
It's not that I'm always funny. It's you who's always sexy.
Alright, so we're up here. Up a card, still with Detlef. Have to watch out for Heart of Terror or something. Maybe an Igni card. An Igni card. I meant a Geralt card, but this looks really good. Would like to draw our Arrakis Queen, which we should have stacked to the top of our deck there with the lock. Drew our Yurden. Do we have enough consumes? Not really. Put this guy back. Toad helps. Yeah, this is probably our best hand. We do have a very strong short round. Let's go Detlef. Do a leader charge. Just the 1 leader charge for now. The way if he kills it, it comes back still. Sove's coming out here. We do have Lasse and Yurden, so I'm not worried about him. GG. We were going to destroy him anyway. I think we go up like 70 points, then reset that. He didn't really have a chance. So that's the deck, guys. Actually does quite well. I'm very impressed with Deathwish so far. Manticore and Rot Fiend are the questionable spots here. These are the flex slots. You could do anything here. Maybe you want to thin with the Knickers. Maybe you want to add in a Guara, so you have the unlock option in case they're locking you. It's really up to you. These ones are interesting. Manticore did get us a free win once, but it wasn't great in the other situations, which is kind of the strengths and weaknesses of Manticore, all perfectly demonstrated in this video. Rot Fiend gives decent value. And the 5 damage can be nice. I'm just not sure about it in the deck. As far as the other cards, I guess you could run a Purify. Palir is probably the best one. Or you could keep the Aguara and use the unlock. Up to you. As far as the rest, like, this is all pretty standard. The Yurden can be whatever. I don't think we got good Yurden value in this video, but that last game we would have Yurden the Sove, so definitely worth there. It could be Igni instead if you want. It's up to you here. I don't know. I just play Igni a lot, so actually I don't even play Igni a lot. I just play Igni more than Yurden, so I figured we'd try out some Yurden. And the reset seems good. Anyway, the rest of the deck, it all seems pretty decent. The Succubus combo, I don't know what happened in that last game. I thought we had the Adrenaline Floor. Maybe I'm stupid. I'll have to go back and look at that. But the changes to Siren in particular are really nice. Siren having the ability to consume, especially if you get her off of Brewis, which you can get insane bronze value, especially beginning of the game, round 1. So that's really nice. And overall, I think the deck's actually quite strong. And I really like playing Deathwish. It seems like a fun deck. The other one is Drowner. Drowner really didn't do anything for us this game. Might just swap that out for the Peller I mentioned. So yeah, what changes? I think we take out Drowner. This could also be Squirrel. Squirrel / Peller. You want to banish, you want whatever. I think we'll do that. And I think we'll take out Rot Fiend. Maybe not. I think we'll take out Rot Fiend. So I think we'll go between Squirrel and Peller. I think we'll go with the Peller. Just because maybe you need to lock something behind a defender with your Dirigaevul. I could find Peller. We'll put him in the deck. Really just can't see him, can I? There he is. Okay, we'll put one of those in. And as far as a 5 provision card, really wouldn't mind a Maxi, honestly. But we could also go with our Deathwish card. You can also run Predatory Dive, by the way, instead of Imperial Manticore. It accomplishes basically the same thing. We'll try out one Cyclops. I'll try out the Cyclops. It's nice because you don't really have control. And this gives you control while removing something. And that's pretty cool. So we could go Cyclops. You can even go double Cyclops and then maybe try that out. I think I'll try out the one Cyclops for now. But this is the version of deck I'm going to go with going forward. Hopefully it works out pretty well. It worked out quite well in this video. I think pretty sure we won every game. Deathwish looking pretty strong. So hopefully you guys can have some similar success with it if you want to try it out. I really like Deathwish. But anyway, that'll be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with Deathwish. And we'll see you guys in the next one. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.